up on AgweekTV, avian influenza is back and it's spreading beyond birds. We'll take you to the nation's biggest honey cooperative and bottling plant.
Students in South Dakota State University's seed stock merchandising class get a hands-on experience to put on the university's 32nd annual bowl sale.
And a popular berry farm is now offering bare root fruit plants for your own garden. Welcome to AgweekTV. I'm Emily Beal. Highly pathogenic avian influenza, or HPAI, is back, and this time it's affecting other species. A commercial turkey flock in south central Minnesota and a South Dakota dairy herd have both tested positive in recent weeks. The flock includes 70,000 commercial turkeys. This is the first outbreak of avian flu in a commercial flock in 2024. However, there have been other instances of the same variant of H5N1 in Minnesota in 2024, including 3 backyard poultry flocks and 1 goat herd. HPAI has been found in dairy herds in 8 states this spring. One person working with livestock contracted it, but experts say there is no health risk to the public if the milk is pasteurized. For 100 years, beekeepers across the country have found a stable honey market through one cooperative. In this week's AgWeek cover story, Ariana Schumacher takes us to Sioux City, Iowa, for a look at Sioux honey's long history in honey manufacturing.
Each year, 50 to 70 million pounds of honey move along these conveyors and get sent out around the world. But it's a process to go from raw honey to bottled honey that you see on store shelves. First, the honey goes through a series of testing.
Once we get it, we'll receive it, we'll identify it, we'll sample it for, they get paid by color, moisture, and flavor. So we'll take samples on that basis.
Then the honey is blended, bottled, and shipped to stores.
We'll blend it based on the location, the type of honey, to try to meet whatever flavor and color spec that our customers require and our Sioux Bee and Aunt Sioux requires.
It all starts at the Sioux Honey Co-op. It's producer-owned with 197 members.
There's a really need for a packer in the Midwest here, because that's where a lot of the honey is produced. And we provided that opportunity for them.
Well, the U.S. produces about 150 million pounds of honey, and individual beekeepers in many cases try to market their product to other packers. That's not an easy process. Obviously, there's long-standing relationships, but in varying degrees of crop sizes, whether it be a good crop or a poor crop, having the ability to have a guaranteed home to be able to market their commodity is a very valuable resource to the beekeeper.
Dan Bauer is a Sioux Honey member beekeeper in northern Minnesota. He operates around 3,500 hives. He says being a part of the co-op provides beekeepers with a stable honey market.
It's been a good thing for our family. You're never guaranteed the top price, and you usually never get the lowest price, but you get a fair price most of the time. And that fluctuates with years, but it takes so much stress off of you being part of that.
In Sioux City, this is Ariana Schumacher for AgWeek.
You can read more in the next AgWeek magazine or at agweek.com. The demand for products made from ag commodities is increasing, so a Minnesota Ag Research Facility is growing too. The Agricultural Utilization Research Institute in Waseca is doubling in size. AURI's mission is to foster economic benefit for the state through value-added ag products. AURI also helped entrepreneurs develop markets for their products. Alan Deering, a senior scientist at AURI, says they outgrew their original space and have been working at 2 separate places.
So we're doing our pelleting research. We have our food grade facility here. We're going to be doing our anaerobic digestion work here. Everything is now under one roof rather than traveling between 2 different pilot labs.
AURI is supported by state and federal funds, research and promotion councils, and partnerships with the U of M. In addition to Minnesota companies and producers, AURI also serves the surrounding states. For more information, go to auri.org. Communication is key to any business, and that's no different in farming and ranching. When looking to finance these operations, David Kupel, Ag Manager for Black Hills Federal Credit Union, recommends ag producers speak with their lenders once a month, not only asking for financing options, but also sharing stories about what is happening on their farm or ranch.
Communicate with your ag lender so you have a great relationship. He knows what's going on and how to help. We want to see everybody successful financially and personally and enjoying life and in the future.
Kupel also says that it's important to share facts about your farm, including inventory numbers about everything on your operation. First-time producers looking for financing will also need 3 years of tax returns, balance sheets, and cash flow. Depending on the time of year, they will also need to share a profit and loss statement. Up next on AgweekTV, some college students get real-life experience running a bull sale.
For home delivery of AgWeek, log on to agweek.com or call 800-811-2580.
The Prairie Revolution Ditcher is the new standard for surface water management. The Revolution Ditcher leaves a smooth finished 5-foot flat bottom cut and cuts up to 10 inches in one pass. Throw dirt in either direction, up to 165 feet. Now with the hydraulic cross auger to break up dirt and keep you working faster. Check out the Revolution Ditcher at Prairie.com.
There's no easy button, no guarantees, or promises of a good year. This is farming. It's unpredictable and demanding, with long days and sometimes stressful nights. It's weathering the storms and coming out successful. Farming isn't for everyone. We thank those who make it their life, because it is for everyone.
Integrity, excellence, teamwork. At Titan Machinery, we take care of our team. Whether you are an experienced technician or looking to start your career, Titan has a spot for you. Earn a competitive pay with the potential to make in excess of 6 figures. Service techs, come grow with a company that invests in you. Titan Machinery offers company HSA and 401k contributions, free single healthcare, and a generous tool allowance. Plus, we'll provide all of your uniform and safety gear. Apply today at titanmachinery.com/careers.
Looking to add non-GMO conventional and organic soybeans to your rotation this year? Soyco International out of Gary, Minnesota is looking for new farmer contracts for the 2023 season. They have proven marketing strategies, partnered with local agronomy expertise to work alongside and provide the certified seeds needed for their contract growers. Soyco International is offering premium prices to boost your operation's bottom line. Reach out to Sean Young today at 218-350-3863 to answer any questions.
Farming is more than a career. It's a lifestyle, a calling, and a badge of honor. That's why it's important to have a banking partner who doesn't just understand the farming industry, they understand your farm. At Bremer Bank, we've spent more than 80 years working side by side with farmers like you to help you invest in and grow your operation. Season after season, from one generation to the next.
Farmers are already starting to see weeds popping up. While everyone handles weed control differently, no-till farmers have some different challenges that come with trying to maintain weed control while also not tilling their soil.
Year after year after year of no-till, you're just going to get more things to show up because you don't have that tillage pass. But with modern chemistry, and modern equipment, there's ways around it.
Brad Farrell, a consultant with Central Crop Consulting, says there are a lot of similarities when it comes to weed control, no matter your tillage program.
A good foundation is a good, strong residual program. Pre-emerge herbicides layered with residual post-emerge herbicides. Another key is keeping your weeds out of the field to start with.
Farrell said that the recent dicamba ruling should not heavily impact weed control in eastern South Dakota. Some students at South Dakota State University are learning the ins and outs of selling bulls. The school held its 32nd annual bull sale this week. Kennedy Tesh was there as students get a first-hand look at what it takes to put on a production sale.
It's just fun being out here with the bulls and smelling cows. It smells like home when you're out here, you know, you're not just in a classroom.
SDSU Animal Science senior Mitchell Call loves taking his new skills outside of the classroom and into the sales ring at the Cow-Calf Education and Research Facility in Brookings, South Dakota.
We did everything in the bull sale, from writing the footnotes, taking the pictures and videos, and now today we're talking to producers and trying to sell the bulls we've looked at all year.
Cody Wright teaches the seed stock merchandising class that runs this sale. The students do everything from putting together the sale catalog, advertising, setting up the sale, and working with the customers. Wright says it's great experience for them.
Those type of skills you can use anywhere. You know, it's just incredibly important to be able to communicate with people, and this is a great place for them to kind of polish those skills.
Although Cheyenne Holstein grew up on a cow-calf operation, she learned a lot working on the sale.
How to evaluate the bulls, what you're looking for, and then what all goes into putting on a sale like this.
Derek Goldhammer is a senior in animal science with plans to go to vet school. He says it's good for him to learn about the cattle business from this side.
I think one thing I've learned from this class is, you know, the customer service side of things, that's really a deal breaker. If you can't talk to somebody and have an honest conversation about what they want and explain what they need, everybody can be so vastly different on what they're looking for. I think that in any industry can just be a crucial aspect of it.
In Brookings, South Dakota, this is Kennedy Tesh for AgWeek.
The students sold 34 registered Angus and Sim Angus bulls. Parts of the region got some heavy rain this week. While it's generally welcome after a dry winter, it could be tough for livestock, especially in calving season. Livestock specialist Carl Hoppy says moving herds to what he calls sacrifice pastures is the best option when there's heavy mud and manure. That's a piece of ground that will be used to keep cattle high and dry to protect them from disease and other products, but it will likely be ruined from further grazing for the year.
But realize anytime you overgraze a young plant, you're going to diminish its productivity over the summer. So that's why I came up with the word sacrifice pasture, because you're really sacrificing production just for the betterment of cattle health because of reduced mud and disease issues that show up because of mud.
Hoppy also recommends using extra bedding in pens if you have a lot of mud. Ahead on AgweekTV, on our Young Farmer and Rancher series, meet a farmer fresh out of college.
You got salty soils? We can help. Let's talk.
It was October 1st, 2009. We needed some machinery for the farm. We decided to see if we could become a dealer, and that's kind of grown into what it's been today.
We offer basically anything short line. Seed tenders, fertilizer spreaders, sprayers. We can really set ourselves apart by the knowledge we have in those things, by the amount of units we have on hand at all times.
I just have a passion for helping people, getting to know people. It just becomes a lot of fun.
Do you have nutrient deficiency issues? Use AquaYield nanotechnology.
The nanotechnology is able to get in the plant quicker and faster. We apply it a couple different times throughout the year depending on which crop it is. It's used, like I say, in spring. We use it in furrow with the sugar beets. We apply some of it as a foliar late season in the sugar beet harvest. We apply it as a foliar and as in furrow with the beans too, so it can be used spring, fall, late fall. We've used it all the seasons.
Let's talk. Visit us at EricksonCustomOperations.com.
Attention farmers, increase your revenue and prevent compaction from squeezing your profits with PTG's Central Tire Inflation System, now offered at OK Tire and Service, all controlled from the tips of your fingers, ensuring increased yield and improved fuel economy by adjusting your tire pressure within minutes. You are ensuring the best performance from your tractor on the field and off the field, compatible with any radial tire. Call the OK Tire team today or visit oktireinc.com to learn more.
Dig, lay, and bury drain tile all in one pass
with the Crary Tile Pro Plow. The Crary Tile Pro Plow lays tile up to 7 feet deep with boot sizes of 4 to 12 inches. Advantages of installing drain tile to your field provides increased overall yield, improved soil moisture levels, and controls soil erosion. It pays to tile with a Crary Tile Pro. To locate a dealer near you, visit www.crarytilepro.com.
Do you have nutrient deficiency issues? We can help. Let's talk. AgWeek Weather is sponsored by Bremer Bank. Connect with a banker today at bremer.com.
Well, these April showers bring May flowers. Here's John with our AccuWeather Outlook.
As the month of April gradually turns toward May, we're seeing a little bit quieter weather patterns setting up across the United States and across the Great Plains. Quieter in terms of not so stormy, not so volatile, not much snow to talk about, but not necessarily without rain. The rain coming through, there will be some thunderstorm periods over the next couple of weeks, mostly further south in the Midwest and in the mid-south part of the country. In the northern plains, we finally got a pretty good gentle soaking of rain, and there might be 1 or 2 more of those. And generally speaking, the weather setting up for at least the Corn Belt, Bean Belt into the Great Plains is mild, but not terribly hot. There are some hot temperatures down in Florida, down in parts of South Texas, going to stay fairly warm, but we're not seeing a lot of unusually warm weather at all. This is the polar jet stream right in here. It's got a little bit of ridging in the Great Plains to start off the week, a little bit of troughing in the east, but nothing terribly dramatic. The cold air is locked up around Hudson Bay and only in the high elevations along the spine of the Rocky Mountains, and the hot temperatures that I mentioned, just in the usual suspected areas. Fairly mild temperatures east of the Rocky Mountains, building out into the Canadian prairies, which is a typical feature of early spring. It tends to, snow goes away, and this area doesn't usually get as much snow, and it tends to warm up fairly quickly. The coldest temperatures, as usual in spring, are going to hover around Hudson Bay and the Canadian Maritimes, higher latitudes mostly. Cool weather lingering around the Great Lakes, which is just climatological. It tends to be a little slow to warm up in those areas. Toward the end of the week, a little bit of ridging and a little troughing in the west might briefly bring a surge of hot temperatures up into the central plains, and that may eventually set off another round of thunderstorms in the midsection of the country as well. As we move this ahead into the second week of the forecast period, starting to continue to see kind of a zonal or west to east flow. Subtropical jet stream, not particularly strong right now, not taking a big active role in this. Polar jet stream through the middle of the country, not looking particularly active at all. This is around the 1st of May. And this little secondary subarctic branch of the polar jet is not really doing anything. It's mostly hovering around Hudson Bay, and it can stay up there. It's beginning to look more like a late spring weather pattern. So in all of this, where is the precipitation? Looks like there will be another rain system early in this first week, moving out of the central plains. Later in the week, there'll be a line of rain and thunderstorms coming out of the mid-south and into the middle west. And the second week of the forecast period looks a little more active. I think we may see a few strong thunderstorms in the mid-south, southern part of the Midwest. Showers again for the northern plains, and not as much precipitation out west over the next couple of weeks.
At Vatterstad, we're partnering with North American farmers to create the perfect emergence. We're doing this with new and innovative tillage, planting, and seeding solutions, optimized for the field conditions that you face, and with industry-leading capacities to help you get the job done in short windows of time, so you can maximize yields. Vatterstad, we look forward to growing together.
There's no easy button, no guarantees, or promises of a good year. This is farming. It's unpredictable and demanding, with long days and sometimes stressful nights. It's weathering the storms and coming out successful. Farming isn't for everyone. We thank those who make it their life, because it is for everyone.
Power Rich Fertilizer is a leading provider of macro and micronutrient fertilizers customized for you. Our products including granular and liquid foliars, are designed to enhance your crop's yield and disease resistance. We're here to help you get the most out of your crop with our incredible products. To learn more, call Steve Jerolimic at 701-799-2672. Discover the power-rich difference. Contact us today.
Built in North Dakota and delivered across the Midwest, every Pinky home is a custom home, designed for your family, built by ours. And with our on-site lumberyard and generations of experience, we can help build the home of your dreams without breaking your budget. Build something that lasts. Build with Pinky Homes. Get to know us and see all of your customization options at pinkyhomes.com.
Integrity, excellence, teamwork. At Titan Machinery, we take care of our team. Whether you are an experienced technician or looking to start your career, Titan has a spot for you. Earn a competitive pay with the potential to make in excess of 6 figures. Service techs, come grow with a company that invests in you. Titan Machinery offers company HSA and 401k contributions, free single healthcare, and a generous tool allowance. Plus, we'll provide all of your uniform and safety gear. Apply today at titanmachinery.com/careers.
AgWeek's Young Farmer and Rancher series is brought to you by Bremer Bank.
This week, our Young Farmer and Rancher series takes us to central Minnesota, where Ben Olander is just starting his second year of farming. As Michael Johnson reports, he has already learned some valuable lessons.
It takes a lot of patience and a lot of drive. 22-year-old farmer Ben Olander has also learned it takes a lot of time and resources to run a successful farm. Ben's parents started farming about 20 years ago. They own and rent about 800 acres in Todd County. We farm corn and soybeans. Ben just graduated with an ag degree from the University of Minnesota Crookston in December. Although he's only in his second year farming, Ben says he's learned a lot working alongside his parents over the years. Besides the business of farming, he's learned the importance of hard work, optimism, and patience. No matter what disaster goes on or whatever happens, just sticking back to your values and morals and just always having, belief that things will get better. Ben also has a new job as farm business management instructor at AgCentric, a Minnesota program that seeks to enhance agriculture education in the state, where he advises farmers on developing and following a farm business plan for success. Although he's new to the business, he's already seen commodity prices drop, input prices rise, and the weather going from wet to drought in one season. So he thinks despite his age, he can offer advice to other farmers. You can't go spend every penny that you have when it's really good because you know that bad times are going to come again. Ben knows without his family's support and other job, he probably wouldn't be able to farm, but he's happy with his choice so far. It's a nice lifestyle, and it's a hard life, but it's also really one that's rewarding because you get to see everything that you do. In Staples, Minnesota, this is Michael Johnson for AgWeek.
Ben was also the Minnesota State FFA president for 2020 through 2021. Diesel technology students from community and technical colleges across Minnesota got the chance to show off their skills recently and compete for prizes. 50 students took part in the Skills USA Minnesota Diesel Technology Contest at the RDO Equipment Company in Dayton, Minnesota. They have the chance to gain expertise and connect with professionals. More than 65 volunteers from the state's agriculture, construction, and trucking industries hosted the event. RDO Equipment's recruiting manager says part of his job is to find high school and college students who are interested in the ag construction businesses, and this contest gives them the chance to shine.
We want the public to realize that it takes hands-on work in order to be successful for us to all live our daily lives. And so we really are excited about just celebrating the student.
Students took home $25,000 in donated prizes. First place winners will compete at the National Skills USA contest in Atlanta this summer. Up next on AgweekTV, a popular Minnesota berry farm has a budding new business.
You got salty soils? We can help. Let's talk.
Spray Advantage is a full-line, full-service dealer with everything you need for fertilizer and chemical applications, like electronics from Microtrack and Raven, pumps by Banjo and John Blue, a full line of poly parts, tanks, and spray tips. We support the equipment we sell with factory-trained service technicians and a well-stocked parts department. It's our commitment to offer you quality products at competitive prices with the best financing options available. Spray Advantage, proudly serving North Dakota and Minnesota.
Do you have nutrient deficiency issues? Use AquaYield nanotechnology.
The nanotechnology is able to get in the plant quicker and faster. We apply it a couple different times throughout the year depending on which crop it is. It's used, like I say, in spring. We use it in furrow with the sugar beets. We apply some of it as a foliar late season in the sugar beet harvest. We apply it as a foliar and as in furrow with the beans too, so it can be used spring, fall, late fall. We've used it all the seasons.
Let's talk. Visit us at EricksonCustomOperations.com.
When it comes to grain storage and handling solutions, one call does it all. Gateway Building Systems is one of the largest Brock bin dealers in the U.S. Our expert team is dedicated to creating a customized plan for your future success. Expanding your operation has never been easier with our range of Brock solid bins, grain dryers, conveyors, and more. As your trusted partner, we are committed to serving the needs of farmers. Take the first step toward success and call Gateway Building Systems today.
Farming is more than a career. It's a lifestyle, a calling, and a badge of honor. That's why it's important to have a banking partner who doesn't just understand the farming industry, they understand your farm. At Bremer Bank, we've spent more than 80 years working side by side with farmers like you to help you invest in and grow your operation. Season after season, from one generation to the next.
Do you have nutrient deficiency issues? We can help. Let's talk.
The owners of a popular berry farm have a new offshoot to their business. Otter Berry Farm has been growing and selling fresh strawberries off their 5th-generation farm since 2016. Now they're selling plants to other growers and the public. Cordell and Chris Hipsch bought the Bare Root Plant Company from the company they used to buy their plants from, Agri-business Incorporated of Frazee, Minnesota. They call their new business Frootz. The plants are dormant and come from the coastal areas of the U.S. and Canada. They recently had 1 million plants delivered. They include strawberry, raspberry, blueberry, asparagus, and rhubarb.
I'm a big proponent of fruitscaping, so instead of landscaping and having flowers in your front yard, you might as well throw some raspberries and get some fruit out of the deal in the summer. They're just as beautiful as flowers, I think. So.
Check out the plant options at the addresses on your screen. Stories you'll only see on AgWeek.com and in AgWeek magazine this week. South Dakota State University researchers are examining the role of wildflowers in management of grasslands. And the cattle markets have been jittery, but a livestock markets expert says the fundamentals still point to high prices. We appreciate you watching AgWeek TV. Remember to check us out daily on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok to keep up on all your ag news. Have a wonderful week, everyone.